Oh my gosh, good evening everyone. Hello, I am DJ Squirrel. It is Friday and I am just trying my hardest to keep my energy up because yay, my throat is like wanting to kill me and we have a fuck ton of people in our room tonight. So I'm just going to shut up and just do introductions so we can get this fucking show on the road. We have with us, of course, everyone's favorite Tanuki, Zai.
Hello.
We have everyone's favorite white horse supremacist, Rarity.
It took you that long to start the show and not even giving us a countdown.
We also
he said
have,
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I
I don't
did.
think that counts.
That's pace.
We also have with us everyone's favorite kazoo supremacist, QD. Everyone's favorite ship supremacist, who's not Starry, Sherlock.
I thought you were gonna kind of go with like everyone's intelligence supremacist. All right, fine, ship supremacist.
And everyone's Australian supremacist, besides Starry, is Stormshark.
Hello.
The anime queen herself, Tinkage.
Hi, hajimemashite.
And everyone's favorite horse apple supremacist, Fangirl.
I feel like I
You
should be
should
more
just
of a
be everyone's
weeb.
favorite.
Who is still at the bathroom. Okay. We also are going
Howdy!
to introduce our wonderful, lovely special guest, who she just got her land legs back from being out at sea for 6 months, and she's still getting over a little bit of her throat thingy. Let us welcome back Lexi.
Hi, Lexi.
Who say nothing?
With
Who
benefits.
says nothing?
With one of those, I got one too.
Ah, there you are.
Yes.
I would suggest, given the throw thing, no Rainbow Dash tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
you sound enough like her already.
You sound enough like her.
Even more like her now.
Hello.
She really does sound like that,
We have
doesn't
Rainbow
she?
Lexi
I'm
today.
laryngitis the whole show.
And Lexi, I'm going to remind you now that, yes, I do upload all these episodes to YouTube, so this episode's going to be uploaded to YouTube here in a few hours. So, yay.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, I
Um,
wasn't gone for 6 months. I was only gone 4.5 this time.
Oh, okay. So, I'm going to wear my voice out and do the news real quick since Trademark is not here.
Oh, you're actually gonna do your damn job.
Hey.
That's why
I
he
can-
has all of us.
Yeah, that's why I have all of you. Why would I want to just hog all of the attention to myself and not have you guys have some of the time to speak and do whatever for the show? Anyway, the show is about friendship, not about one ship.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us call bullshit on that.
Yeah.
No excuses, Squirrel.
Like friendships.
So, up first, we've got a new book for the little ones. This is one of the old golden book type books, so the little tiny readers, and the art style is actually very adorable in this. And I'm just going to post it here and post it here. Basically, there's no description for it, but I'm assuming it's just going to be the episode in condensed golden book little kid format.
Next time we get like a proper book,
Wait, which
one of the
episode?
original books, we have to read it and ruin it on air like we usually do, like we used to do.
Yeah. Speaking
So
of,
No,
we
we're
still,
gonna end up doing that.
we still need to finish reading that Daring Do series.
Oh, we
Yep.
haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, we haven't finished it. We're missing one more book.
Let's do it.
Up next, the international poster for the movie that's going to be coming out in October is a lot more colorful than here, which,
Chinese, yes?
and color.
It's more colourful. Wow,
Color.
sparkly.
Indeed.
Is anyone in the IRC?
Is this supposed to indicate it's tied to the old rainbow power of the old original series long, long ago?
Possibly.
They already did the hint
Is that
to
different
that
from
with
the
the power of the
Yeah.
rainbow during
Yes, taste the rainbow,
I'm
motherfucker.
surprised they haven't brought
It's
that
the
back.
rainbow. Woo!
Up next, I'm really liking these DVD colors because holy cow, these are actually really nice. We've got a DVD, not a DVD themed DVD, a Fluttershy themed DVD coming from our wonderful friends at Shout. And these covers are just they're really nice, honestly.
When I used to work in a store, we had like a set of My Little Pony DVDs, and they were just like some of the season 1 episodes. But I ended up buying them anyway, just because they look nice from the covers. And I wanted to film
Why
the pony stuff.
wouldn't you want to buy something that just looks
Exactly,
nice
it has
on the cover?
ponies on it, and I can decorate my room with it. And watch them. I think I did watch them.
That does look pretty dang cute, and well designed.
If Fluttershy is your favorite.
Sigh.
What?
Or Starry.
She's one of my favorites.
My favorite
Anyway,
waifu.
Does that mean that your Fluttershy has a pocket tear as well?
Oh, that's mean.
For more movie news, it has taken poor Mr. Daniel Ingram 5,800 pages to create all the orchestral parts for the movie.
And he did it all by himself.
Yes.
He is
And-
a wizard.
That's about how much it would take to score a 90-minute film. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were to, I don't think that's the score, like the master.
no.
Score. I think that is
That's
each individual instrument.
Song. Yeah.
Assuming that you pair up instruments to a given music stand.
Yep.
With a small orchestra, yeah, that's about right.
QD, our ever wonderful orchestral expert here. Up next, some more wonderful spoilers. Yay.
Brace yourselves, here they come.
More spoilers!
Actually, I'm going to be nice and not spoil anything. You can read that for yourself if you want to. I'm just going to say the episode titles. But Foxtel, which I'm assuming is another like scheduling website like Zap2It, has posted 2 episodes of season 12 or episode 12 and 13. Not season 12 and 13.
Wow.
Not
I'm thinking a little far ahead.
episode 12 and 13, where one is Discordant Harmony, so another Discord episode it looks like.
Yay.
I think we've already gotten that synopsis.
Okay, and Perfect Pair,
I think we've already gotten that synopsis.
which
Yeah.
is also
I
okay.
think this
Fine.
sounds familiar to me.
It's a lot more in depth, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Then what? Let's see here. Then let's see what these.
Whatever. I mean, I don't really want to look through. I'm lucky that I've forgotten all the synopsis for the episodes. I'm okay with the titles, but I don't want to know anything else about them. So I want to go in.
And any of them that except for the Fluttershy one and that Rarity and Sweetie Belle one.
Someone's behind the times.
Well, she's been away.
She's been away.
I don't think you get much Wi-Fi out at sea.
You do, but it
You
costs
can
money.
get Wi-Fi, it's just shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Shit and expensive.
Just like a good hotel.
Squirrel and I are just opposite ways, rounds of the same opinion.
Anyway, up next, the 2017 McDonald's Pony Toys have been spotted in
Ooh. I've never been able to get them. I don't think they have them here.
South Korea. So if you want them now, gotta go
in
South
Seoul.
Korea.
Now I'm just imagining like a world map, and just there they are, and it's got like little pony icons. Like, oh, yeah.
Apparently, each
Where's my
Apparently,
merchandise at? There it
each
is.
country will get a different set. So
Yeah.
Ooh.
look out for those eBay listings.
I will go to
Do that
McDonald's if they have them here.
I'm sure they
Okay.
have McDonald's in your country.
And pony merch time.
I mean, if they have much.
We have sea ponies plushies. Sea pony plushies.
Scooby Doo.
Yes.
And
You have me at Sea Pony.
other
I'll have you more at
plushies. and toys, and we've got Broken Horn Lady toys, and
I love how no one
what's
knows
his
her name.
Yeah, and
Knights
little fucking gremlin dude guy thing. Who's I know the voice, but I can't remember his name either.
You mean the Storm King?
No, not the Storm King. His little gremlin, his little minion dude.
The flying monkey to his Wicked Witch of the West. So
Yes. We also have. Thank you, Target. The movie toys already on clearance because someone fucked up.
Wait, already?
Yes. Someone put them in the wrong spots. Now they're on the clearance aisles.
Whoops.
But I rather like the box art on the boxes, even though Starlight is using her old main style.
That's probably just a screw up.
Yeah, it is. It's a screw
Yeah,
up.
they tend to use like just whatever they have for like
Yeah.
the box art and everything.
But yes, that is now duly confirmed that Starlight will be on the movie.
Oh. So
Um,
cute. Look. The only thing that slightly bothers me is that eye shine's being faded, but like everything else
I
is
know.
adorable.
Up next, more blind bags. And again, these are all for the movie. Oh, Grubber is his name. That's what his name is. Tempest, Shadow, and Grubber. So these are all have the movie characters in them. And of course, the main six. And la-di-da-di-da-di-da. Basically all the stuff I just talked about, pretty much. For the Guardians of Harmony play sets, which is... Again, for those of the sort of the older collector, I guess, we now have Daring Do and Applejack appearing in stores. So if you want some Daring Do to... Also, her full name is Daring Do Dazzle, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
It's not new.
So
We've known it
That's
for a while.
awful.
if you want Rainbow Dash and Daring Do to have your little shipping stuff going on with your figurines, you can do
Isn't
that.
there an Awizodal one already out?
Not that I know of, but there is a really nice little fucking what's that thing, the little treasure thing that Daring has to get in the first episode?
Oh yeah, the
Sapphire Stone.
Sapphire.
Yeah, the
statue.
sapphire statue. That's it. There's that in there, and it's got a cute little like compass thing, and her hat. So yay! I'm gonna skip that one too for a second. Also, another radio play has come up. This is Love Struck Derpy, episode 6. So it looks like something to do with the Doctor and Derpy.
Yes,
Our
it's
dear friend, Jitterbug.
Jitterbug Jive over at Ponies
Yes.
with Pockets is finally. Well, I can't say he's come out of his funk entirely. He's getting better, and
You
yeah.
version of Love Struck Derpy?
yeah. Well, it's
Oh.
not so much a radio play as a reading of the comic. See, online
I've
there is
seen
a
some of those. Okay.
Yes, online there is a comic called Love Struck Derpy, which is a more lighthearted, mostly, prequel to his grimdark series Discordant Hooves, or Discord Hooves. Where, very briefly summarizing it, it's essentially the Doctor, aka Doctor Hooves, but has fans have originally conceived him, but discorded, back when Discord was pure evil. Anyway, Love Struck Derpy is essentially his Derpy and her adventures with him before he became discorded. I can't reveal too much, being part of Pockets, what was originally planned with that, but I can say it was all very important that he make the blog. Anyway, people wanted a comic reading or a dub of it so much that he eventually just, went ahead and let the folks have what they asked for. They originally only planned to do 1 or 2. It kind of outgrew his original intention. But yeah, finally he's been able to do another one. For fans, yes, Derpy's voice sounds different. he explains why at the beginning, but if you just didn't listen or you forgot, Jitterbug is going through hormone therapy. He is transitioning. So his derpy voice is now much deeper than it used to be. He doesn't know if he'll lose the derpy voice entirely or if it'll just be a deeper version of it, but he's going to keep doing the voice for as long as possible.
You could always try a voice changing program, but that's always very fiddly.
That can be a hit and miss type of thing, and
Yeah,
fans
depends which one you get and how. Using it for just subtle twists, I think, is better.
But for now, there's not that much of a difference. It is a little bit deeper, but he can't hit the squeaky high pitches anymore. So that's the only major difference there. And really, it's not that bad. I like it. It's still derpy and it's still cute. So, and I listened to
Very
this.
cute, and
the
thankfully
dub
it's-
is pretty good.
And thankfully, it's complete. It's so far different from Tabitha's version of Derpy.
Oh yeah, it's
So there's no risk of getting a C&D.
yeah. It's different enough that there's no risk that he'll get sued.
Just don't know what went wrong.
Oh, he does say that in this.
No, and actually, Tabitha's really cleaned up her Derpy voice. You should listen to her in the Slice of Life episode.
But
Actually,
yes,
it wasn't Tabitha who did the voice originally for her first speaking role. It was Andrea, wasn't it?
No, it was
Wasn't it?
crud. Who was it?
whoever it was, they assumed Derpy was a boy.
Yeah.
Because they.
It was Tabitha.
Was it Tabitha?
Yes,
Okay.
it was.
Yeah,
Yes, it was. It was Tabitha.
Both times it's Tabitha voice over. The second time is much better.
Anyway,
That killer
Poor
concision.
Tabitha. I feel bad that she got she was mistaken that first time. I mean, but I think actually, small anecdote that I was let in on. After that episode, Jitterbug met Tabitha at one of the earlier
cons or
one of the conventions and stuff. I can't remember which one it was, but he essentially shared his derpy voice with her as an example of how he thought derpy should sound, and it's surprisingly close. I think she took some pointers.
Probably.
Which makes me believe that Hasbro does watch all the fan shit. They just don't want to admit
Of course they do. They know exactly
Yeah.
what they're doing.
it. They know exactly what they're doing.
Well, they
so-
do have to research it to an extent, at least, to make sure they're not ripping off an OC.
But it
that's-
seems like sometimes they do on purpose try
Yeah.
to get close.
I mean,
fair,
look
like,
at
would
the
you?
episode with Rainbow Dash's parents when they're walking down the aisleway and he says, "Our little Dashy." I'm like, you know exactly what you're doing, don't you, you motherfuckers?
I don't know. I didn't get that. But...
My little
Yeah.
my
Dash.
little
Dash.
Dashy.
No, I know what it's referencing, but I didn't see that as a reference. But I'll take your word for it.
It was the dad. It was Rainbow Dash's dad saying, "Our little Dashy," and the fic is about a guy who raises Rainbow Dash that
I
comes
know
into the
what
human
it's
world.
about, but not read it myself.
So to be honest, I'm saying that's a little too close to be coincidental.
Eh.
And what does Mycroft always
is
say
pretty
about
nice.
coincidences?
The universe is really so
There are none.
lazy.
Anyway, is that news?
Think
A
so?
couple more.
There's a
We have a
lot
couple.
more, but-
We've got a couple
Oh, a
more.
little bit more.
We
Um,
could do a bit and then music break.
I've already talked about this.
Such big ones.
I already talked about this last weekend, but I'm going to do them again. There's a new convention popping up in Kansas City in October. Unfortunately, it is the same weekend as Nightmare Nights. And they're going to try their darndest. It's going to be October 27th through the 29th. I will be there for the first day and a little bit of the next day, but then I got to leave. And they're trying their hardest to do this. I mean,
Midwest Brony Fest last time was a bit of a shit show.
yeah. So, and honestly, because they've taken such a short amount of time to get this going, we'll see how this goes. But
it may be a big glorified meetup, but you know,
yeah, well, I mean,
started that way too.
it has been confirmed that White Dove will be there, and this will be her last convention ever. So, which is really surprising. Which means, I can give her one last hug. But we'll be doing that, and then High Roller PonyCon in Las Vegas. They just announced their room codes, even though you can't really reserve a room at the moment. But
From now.
What?
It's a year from now.
Yeah, I know, but they've already dropped their room codes.
That's a hell of a lot more than some other places do.
If you thought the tickets to get in were cheap, the tickets to get in just for the 2-day pass is $40, but for per night at the D, it is $84 per night.
Whoa!
God damn!
Yes.
Me and Mom could go ahead and book that today.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, if the hotel will let you. Some hotels don't let you book that far in advance.
I already tried yesterday. You can't.
Well, let us know when we can, and I can talk to
I
her.
am definitely going. I live but a 5-hour drive from Vegas.
I'd
If
still
we
have
can,
to fly.
same here. If the room discounts and the room prices are that cheap, plus the tickets, me and my household can definitely go on definitely splurge a bit on
That
flight.
being said, though, all the more reason for us to get that certain Teespring account going to start saving money for that, huh?
Shall we announce that now?
Why not?
All right. Last on the news is Treetime news. As you just heard from Tenkage herself, the Treetime crew, we are going to open up our own Teespring account. What's that mean? Well, it's a lovely website that lets you create your own t-shirts with your own art or images. Then you get a chunk of profit. Actual profit, not like Redbubble's bullshit profit either.
Mm-hmm. The best part is because the company is taking on the majority of the costs, but because there's no download, they do take a portion of the profits as well. But for a group like this, that's perfect. We may not earn a lot, but we'll be able to put out custom artwork, t-shirts, mugs, tote bags, things of all of our best jokes and favorite characters that you guys like in such a way that if you really want to have us come to a local convention or something like that, this money will go strictly towards that, towards bringing the Treetime group to a convention.
It doesn't go into one specific person's pocket for any sort of profit. It's kind of, in a way, shared amongst everyone to be used for that purpose.
Yeah, it's not like Eric Trump with this cancer charity.
We will probably we're probably going to set up a separate account, which we will do obviously on our own time, to manage the funds in that regard, and we'll make sure it's under trusted hands, so you guys will never have to worry that it's going to the wrong place. But also, we're going to update the artwork every once in a while. Sometimes it'll be Danny's artwork.
Sometimes it'll be Zai's artwork.
Mm-hmm.
And since that means, and to kind of, and I guess, sometimes if you'd like to think of it this way, it may be also a limited time. That means, like, for certain weeks, after certain items go off sale, we may not put them back up for a while, or they may be gone for good. Just depends. So whoever your favorite artist is, if you want to see their stuff, if you want a t-shirt with their stuff on it and support the tree and us, meeting you guys at local cons and other stuff like that, then please do check us out. We'll post the link once the site is up and running.
Mm-hmm. Also, you guys can also tell us what other kind of artwork you'd like to see on this paraphernalia. So,
though keep in mind,
send us a note.
Probably going to stay safe for work.
Yeah, we can't necessarily do not safe for work, though we can do tongue-in-cheek jokes, such as everybody being in Shirley's lap.
or my pitch.
I would love the chance to destroy some of our
nipples,
cards.
actual size.
Yeah, just 2 pixels on the
or something Zai recommended earlier, a t-shirt with 2 teeny tiny pixels on it and arrows pointing saying trademarks nipples, actual size.
Even better yet, it's just like a blank shirt, but there are the image portion just has 2 arrows pointing to completely blank places with like the whole magnifying glass thing, and then have the tiny pixels in there.
I actually came up with a good idea. We should take some scenarios from our Cards Against Humanity games.
Oh yes.
Someone
yeah, we're
art
doing
them
that.
up.
We're starting up
cutting shipping traps.
Yes.
We're starting up we're going to start up a Google Doc so we can put all of our ideas for this stuff somewhere so we
That's
don't
what I was just
lose
saying. I would
any of
love
it.
the chance
Exactly.
to draw
So
some
if you
for our
want
random
your-
cards.
So if you guys want ideas, toss them at us. Let us know.
We need to have like
What you love us to say, what you
a
hate
robotic.
us to say.
We need to have a robotic version of Lexi's OC
Oh, I should draw that.
because of Lexi's sexy computer
I've done
voice.
some-
Oh, and of course,
Gosh, I forgot.
the fan burp.
Yes.
Amber.
What just the?
But again, keep in
It's
mind,
just
guys,
fatty.
nothing
just
beyond the
fatty
realms of
dumb.
PG-13. Nothing beyond the realms of PG-13. We
Just
might
like a
do
tulip
some,
scene.
we might do a little bit of lewd comedy and maybe some, you know,
Tongue in cheek.
In
tongue-in-cheek
jokes.
jokes.
Idea for the fan
nothing-
burp.
nothing-
On the
nothing
front,
that
it's just
bad.
fangirl looking kind of uncomfortable, and on the back is just a shot of the tree, but like the wall is just being exploded out by a shockwave.
And of course, the word bubble erp.
All of us are on the ground, dazed and confused.
Or flying out of the tree.
Clinging
man.
for dear life.
I had this really good idea recently.
I have one more. I have one more news thing to do,
Oh, okay.
Okay,
and
so
then
just
we'll
sidetrack.
do music break, and then we'll talk about other stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Halloween's coming up in like several months.
You're jumping a little ahead.
What?
I'm
No.
And there's
shocked.
already costumes. There's already costumes
It
for
is
This
The-
isn't too far. That's not too far ahead. We're just well prepared.
for the
Yeah.
MLP movie stuff, and some of them are not quite as terrifying as I thought they were going to be.
Yeah, I'm actually
Um,
just kind of shocked that Halloween isn't just a month-long celebration point.
I know.
No, that's Christmas's job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Christmas's job.
But everyone loves Halloween.
Wow.
Feel
But
better?
yeah, the costumes all look like they have little bell bottoms on them.
Well, that's because they're supposed to be hooves.
I know, but they just look like bell bottoms.
It's precious.
It's just such a '60s vibe. It's hilarious.
Well, keep in mind, Squirrel, when Equestria Girls, the first movie dropped, that's pretty much what all the girls wore. Instead of bell-bottom pants, they were giant boots.
I know. But just,
So it does
it's
kind of
funny.
make sense for them to do this.
It's funny to me. Okay.
You.
Well, with that, finally, we're done with the news. We're going to take a music break. We will be right back. So you're listening to Treetime, all pony all the time, except for when it's us whoring ourselves out and doing the burps. And we're back. Hello. And this time I actually remember to put on the background music. I was just so excited to do the news. I was so excited to do the news. I just like, oh my god, you guys. So, with that, Shirley, didn't you want to talk about stuff?
Yeah, I wanted to talk, since I was not able to be here last Saturday to discuss the episode, I would like to discuss it. Honest Apple. So, well, funny enough, my co-hosts are disappointed that I did not want to rip into this episode very much.
We were shocked, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is no winner of the Shirley's Flanderization award.
The Maud Flanders Memorial Award.
Yeah, the Maud Flanders Memorial Award.
Flanders. I never said that nobody could be Flanderized. I'm just saying the Flanderization in this episode wasn't nearly as bad. AJ was a bit Flanderized, I will admit this, but I actually liked this episode because it showed a part of AJ that you don't normally see. Her stubborn bitch side.
You say
Because-
that all the time. What makes you say you don't see it?
In the show, AJ.
Oh, in the TV show, yeah.
The thing is, what I liked about it is when AJ first agreed to be the judge, she was very quiet and hesitant about things. She didn't want to step on toes. But then when Rarity and the other judges they get her opinion, she's like, "All right, I'll give it." But it is the reason I don't like rage at it like I'm assuming some of you guys did.
Yep.
It's a good moral. It's a good lesson for kids.
But hasn't it already been done before?
Not with somebody like AJ. That's the thing. AJ, the thing is that what this episode was trying to show is the difference between an opinion and objective fact.
Right.
Yes, AJ doesn't understand.
Yes.
AJ doesn't understand fashion. She understands practicality of clothing, and her opinions. She was starting to act like it was, her opinions were objective fact when they're not. The objective fact is that they were working hard on their projects. AJ might not have understood why you need to distress jeans before you buy them, or put so many buttons on something, or hand or hoof stitch feathers onto a hat. But basically, crap! I just kind of lost.
She appreciated the work that went into it.
Yeah, Rarity. I think you had something to.
Well, the question is, did you think there was a little bit of continuity missing? Because AJ did have that dress as Apple Jewel.
Mostly,
you made that dress.
I know, but you made it work.
Well, the thing is, AJ only gussied herself up like that to snap Rarity out of her idiocy. So I don't really count it as kind of the same idea, because Rarity asked her to be a judge for this fashion show to bring in a little bit of honesty and practicality to everything. But
AJ at first said no.
And
there was the time where she tried to make it in the big city by staying with Aunt and Uncle Orange.
Mm-hmm. I think she's kind of blocked those memories out because the show isn't showing any type of recollection there.
Other than the first time. Other than when the Cutie Mark Crusaders asked about it.
Yeah, other than the first time. I think AJ's trying to kind of forget them.
Forget what?
Don't worry about it. Anyway, AJ was a little flanderized, but I gotta say, they did a fantastic. I think my favorite part of that entire thing was that bit with what's her name? Strawberry
Sunrise.
Sunrise. I keep wanting to say Strawberry Fields. Goddamn Beatles. Anyway.
Sorry.
Anyway. I love that bit. That was such a practical way to show that AJ was completely wrong. Although I have a feeling that girl is going to get her wings broke in the next week and a half or something.
I liked her. She was fun. And I agree with her. Strawberries are better than apples.
Say that again.
She was
grapes and kiwis.
But man, she laid down some harsh shade on AJ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
AJ deserved it.
Yeah, and then of course there was that realization.
Very, very nice realization. It's like, oh.
It was like, yeah.
Oh, I fucked up.
And it was at this moment that Applejack knew.
She fucked
up.
So personally, I actually think it is a very good Rarajack episode, especially the fact that Rarity she put up with AJ for a little bit, but then when things went to shit, she's like, you know what? Fuck you, AJ. You ruined my event. She didn't mince words. She basically said, this is all your fault. That's what I also like. Friends, especially little kids, especially little girls, really need to be taught that you need to be upfront with each other. None of this bullshit about trying to be petty and backstabbing and, smile even though you hate each other. I hate that trope. I hate that that's how society is telling little girls to act. Rarity's like, this is all your fault, and this is why.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
it's
Shelley.
definitely very good.
Shelley?
Uh-huh.
What about that scene with me in the guitar?
Oh god, that was beautiful. So, now we know that Maud and Rarity can shred on the guitar.
I can only do that of anger.
You have to be angry to shred like Eddie Van Halen, huh?
I can do it when I'm not angry. That's what makes me better.
Well, it was relaxing.
The gauntlet has been thrown.
I think we now need to have somebody draw a picture of Rarity in a hard metal band. Not a death metal, but maybe like
Van Halen.
Van Halen isn't a metal band as such.
They're kind of
They're hard rock. They're hard rock.
They're rock and roll. 80s hard rock. They're the precursor to metal.
No, Sabbath is the precursor to metal. They are the progenitors of metal.
Yeah.
I would say maybe like Judas Priest. The studded leather like Rob Halford had, and they weren't exactly that terrifying like Maiden or some of the thrash bands tend to be, but.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, personally, I love the episode. It's always nice to see Rarity and AJ fighting and then making up.
To be continued off screen.
Yeah.
No, I make nudge.
And we all gave all of our thoughts, the rest of our thoughts in more depth last week. So if you missed that, then I'm assuming that's up on YouTube with the rest of
Yep.
Hey, yep.
Anyway.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, I will give the Flanderization trophy to AJ because she went a little over the top, but honestly, I can see her doing that. The more comfortable she'd get with it, the more shit she would do. I mean, seriously, if the participants and the other judges actually put up with her, she'd probably be having them all make utilitarian work clothes. But
what?
Utilitarian.
Don't use fancy words.
Work clothes.
It's coming from the girl who had like all these great ideas of how to run the farm better, and she doesn't speak English.
I speak equestrian. What the hell are you talking?
All right, fine, equestrian. The universal translator's acting weird.
Is that like the I speak American thing?
Sometimes it is, yeah.
It seriously is. Anyway, moving on.
So that's my thoughts on the episode. Although, wait, one real quick thing though, I have to say, a couple real quick things. I actually think the cutest moments in that episode had to be Rarity's reactions when AJ apologized. Those were just adorable. And Spike is a creeper.
I know.
Just so happened to be walking by the boutique.
Yeah, that's right.
So what? Is he my stalker now?
Yes.
That is precisely what we are saying.
How is this new?
How is this new?
He's technically a child though, so
it's not. It's still creepy.
Yeah,
It's
that
creepy,
technicality only applies if you don't consider his actual age, which is older than people are willing to realize, because, yes, he's a baby dragon, but babies, dragons, and dragons in general live a very long time.
And considering the fact that Twilight seemed to hatch him when she was like, what, 8, 10 years old?
More, yeah, I'd say about 10 or 8.
He's at the very least.
Considering her age, Spike's technically an adult. He's
Possibly.
older than the CMC.
At the youngest, he's a teenager.
Yeah. So, yeah, Spike.
No. He's a teenager in pony years, but like dragon years.
But he's still been raised by ponies his entire life. So Spike could be a creeper.
Mm.
Him hanging around Rarity's boutique all the time, hanging around, is probably as big a red flag as like those people who pull the wings off of flies and them being psychopaths.
Well, I think this is part of the problem as well. Yes, he is technically a teenager or adult by the age standards, but everyone around him treats him as a baby dragon, so they don't make the connection that this is something wrong he needs to learn. Because he's like, oh, he's just a baby dragon. It's innocent. And yeah.
And then that's when Starlight or Twilight walks into his room and finds him with that rarity plush doing things.
Can I just say that, like, because I said last time, despite the fact that
I already brought up that
obviously
issue with Twilight. She said just
that we all have vocally given our opinion on the Spike and Rarity ship in the past, and we didn't go into it in detail last week because of that. But like, I did mention that it was nice to at least see continuity with that. Like, it felt like we haven't seen the whole Spike Crush thing in a while.
That is true.
It's interesting to see the Spike Crush again, and I don't have an issue with the Spike Crush. Little kids, teenage boys get crushes. I kind of had a crush on my English teacher in junior high because she was hot.
I can't think of another like kid target show that hasn't had at least one episode of like a kid falling in love with one of the main characters or an
But the
older
thing is,
character.
at least here, it makes it clear that the feelings are not reciprocated.
Yes.
Or in a
That Rarity's
strange...
just willing to take advantage of Spike's affections, turn him into...
I mean, it's not like on when they had Dexter's lab, and he was not only flirty with the damn teacher, she absolutely adored him, and for more than his brain, apparently, or his brain is what she adored most.
Wow.
The thing with some of these things also is that when they established the Spike on Crush, they were also establishing Spike on Crush. The crush Spike has on Rarity, they were also using that to establish, oh, she's the beautiful one. See?
Yeah,
everyone falls in love with her.
That's a good point. Yeah, when it's literally like the first reaction we see her as Spike's just like, oh, she's beautiful. Just to like, establish that. You're very right.
I'm actually so glad they fixed that, and they actually showed that Rarity has a lot more to her than just...
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. In that regard, Rarity is probably one of the best examples of reimagining a stereotype and moving beyond it.
All of the characters are. That's one of the main focuses for the show. Which is
I am still in the room.
Awesome.
Yes, and we're saying good things about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so quit your bitching.
Or are you saying you don't like being more than what the stereotype initially painted you as?
You want to be a narcissist. Is that what you're saying?
You mean narcissist?
That's what I said.
Sounded like you said something else.
No, I said narcissist.
Anyway, so Starlight, can you tell Twilight that she needs to get Spike? She needs to like teach Spike, the appropriate boundaries for a boy his age.
I've tried.
Well, then get Trixie to help you. Trixie will get the point right across real well.
That probably isn't the best idea, actually. Mostly because, Trixie's blunt, but, you do know that Twilight doesn't exactly listen to me, right?
Most of the time, whenever Trixie tries to give some advice, Twilight just goes, yeah, sure, I'll take it into consideration.
Because all Trixie would probably do would be to wait till he was vabbing in his room and then drag Twilight there and kick the door open for her to see. That's really about the closest I could do.
Well, you could threaten him by saying you're going to turn him into a teacup if he touches himself again.
Turning anyone into a teacup.
I can turn inanimate objects into teacups, not the other way around.
We've tried seeing if she can turn living beings into other things. Transfiguration is still transfiguration of a living being, anyway. It's still just a little bit out of her reach.
No, wait.
Better.
Wait a minute. Isn't transfiguration among living things defined as polymorph instead of like transfiguration?
In order for her to understand the concept, I had to kind of phrase it that way.
Not transfiguration, transmogrification.
Yeah, transmogrification or whatever. I still like polymorph better because that makes much more sense.
Still, I had to phrase it a certain way in order for her to get the concept, because she already understands transfiguration of inanimate objects. She knows the concept for that. Again, the other one, not so much. We kind of had an incident with a frog.
You mean like Twilight did?
Well, we were trying to fix that. And then, well...
Trixie, what did you do?
What?
Let's just say he's fine now.
Oh my god.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
It was pretty bad.
What did it look like? Did it look like whatever came out of the transporting room in the Star Trek movie?
Well, let's just say that we're lucky its heart didn't stop when all of its intestines were exposed to the outside.
Oh my god.
Good Lord, Trixie!
Too much information.
How's that not bad?
We fixed it right off the bat! I'm still learning this! Stop giving Trixie a hard time!
Don't worry, Trixie, I love you.
Thank you.
It was like The Fly, wasn't it? You know.
Yeah.
If you want to be technical, it was more like Ed and Al's mom from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, not The Fly, Eraserhead. That's what
Eraserhead, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Darla, you're not letting her try alchemy, are you?
Oh God, no! I mean, all Celestia, no.
Earth phrase is rubbing off on your belly.
But you said Trixie could do anything!
I said you could do anything with that you put your mind to with practice. Practice, dear. Some things require just a little bit more practice and study than others.
You're starting to sound like Trixie's old teachers.
Excuse you?
Did your teachers belch like that?
No.
No, I don't think they did. But then again, it was Celestia School for Gifted Unicorns.
Oh yeah, you do get the occasional, how do I put it?
Savant.
That works.
That's a good way to put it.
That's the case, then why isn't Snail?
What?
Because you need an idiot savant, not an idiot.
Snails is kind of a savant.
Only in an athletic sense.
Storm almost died.
What happened, Storm?
I'm sitting on my boyfriend's chair and it leaned. And I leaned back and it like went back further than I expected.
Yeah, that happens.
Anyway,
Storm, don't die. You're the only Starry that we have.
Oh! We're gonna tell Starry you said that.
Okay.
We haven't seen Starry in a while. I'm getting a bit worried.
Excuse me.
So that's about all I have to say about the episode and others tropes and things about MLP that we talked about. One thing I do want to talk about, and I will do my utter best to not reveal any spoilers for anyone. Since this is more about talking about fandom stuff, I want to talk about Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman!
I haven't seen this yet. I do want to see it, you know.
Please.
He said no spoilers.
I said I will not spoil anything, but other than Squirrel, who for some reason refuses to watch it.
Boo!
Jerk! Or should we just call him a sexist?
Yeah, sexist.
Well, at least he's not like
Hey,
those
now.
morons boycotting the Alamo Theater for having a woman-only screening of the movie.
No. Now they're going, by hook or by crook, I'm gonna see this film.
Okay, go see it.
I kind of feel like that's a little unfair just outright.
But
No,
anyway.
it's not.
It's not.
Well, wait, were they getting an early screening?
No.
It was
It goes with. It wasn't an early screening. It was a women-only screening because Femascara.
Yeah,
The whole point.
I thought it was like going to be like they got like an early screening of the movie. Just
No, it wasn't an early screening. It was on the premiere day. It's just they did just women only. Got like a chicks only bar night.
And it's not like it didn't premiere anywhere else. The Alamo is just
Anyway,
celebrating, real feminism
I
and a
think
real feminist icon.
That is a really hilarious thing, but you know who's like flipped out even over an even stupider reason? Fox News flipped out because Wonder Woman's outfit didn't have the stars and stripes on it.
Oh, go fuck yourself, fuck News.
Wait, not part of the American
fucking
way?
bitchin'. God damn it.
The reason in the comics she chose that outfit was one, because it was World War II when she was introduced, not World War I. Two.
Actually, no. She was a World War One.
She was World War I.
First.
Well, still, they chose that. They also chose that because her boyfriend, American.
Well, there's a lot of different reasons for it. One of the reasons is that when she was chosen to take Steve Trevor back to America, she was supposed to wear her armor was supposed to reflect the symbol and color of the nation that she's entering. Another version says that it just so happened that the legendary armor she stole from Themyscira just so happened to have that particular color pattern on it. So it depends on which version you go off of, but yeah, the real reason in the original idea was that she was supposed to be representing Themyscira and honor America by wearing the colors when she brought Steve Trevor back. But yeah, everyone bitching about the fact that she didn't have the stars and stripes on her costume. I'm like, shut up.
We already have patriotic superhero, and they are turning him into a Nazi in the comics.
Oh yeah. Rarity, what did you want to say about that?
Actually, I had kind of put that point on there. Because it's like, she doesn't stand for the American way or something. It's like that Superman doesn't stand for it either anymore.
Well, here's the thing, and this is the point I wanted to bring up. I am a Marvel girl, right? I grew up on Marvel. Marvel's my comic choice as far as that goes.
How marvelous.
Even I know that Wonder Woman is not originally American. Something that happened to me while I was at work is I was talking to someone about about the Wonder Woman movie. He's like, "Oh, but she doesn't have blue eyes. She's supposed to be American." I'm like, "No, she's not.
She's Amazon.
She's Greek. Where did you get this idea?" Well, from the old TV in the 70s. That was a TV series. Even then, that's not right. You don't know a damn thing about the character. It's like,
so you schooled a quote unquote fanboy.
Pretty much. It's like, and I'm not even a DC fan. I like Batman, I like Wonder Woman well enough, but that's just stupid.
So the idiot didn't even realize that she's from Themyscira and therefore Greek, because Amazon.
Yeah.
Well, Mediterranean.
But the point still stands. Everybody knows that she is a Amazon. Ancient Amazon, Grecian Amazon. She's Greek.
She's
by extension alone.
She does not need.
There is rare, but there are Greeks with blue eyes. But
for the most part,
maybe so. But that's kind of irrelevant because his point was she's American. She should have blue eyes. That has nothing to do with that.
No, it doesn't.
I think that the only thing that would be in that case would have been Linda Carter.
It's not the only nationality that can have blue eyes.
Seriously.
Exactly.
Anyway, getting back to the movie.
So we don't get that far off topic.
Yeah.
This was such a good movie. I mean, there's so much that I cannot talk about without revealing some information, but oh my god, Chris Pine did a fan-fucking-tastic job as Captain Trevor.
He wasn't being Captain Kirk?
No, he wasn't. I could
not actually. He was not being
But he has made a new corollary rule. If you're blonde and your name is Steve, you must invariably have a kick-ass brunette lover.
No. If you're blonde, your name is Steve, you served in a world war, and you're American, then you have to have a brunette lover.
A kick-ass brunette lover.
Kick-ass brunette lover.
Well, I still can. Is Gal brunette? I thought she actually did have black hair.
Brunette applies to anyone with black or brown hair.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right then. Anyway, again, casting choice was absolutely amazing, and I forgot the name of the director.
Oh crap!
Her choices were good though.
Hang on, Patty Jenkins.
Yeah,
is
her first time directing.
Perfect casting choices for everyone, and she really did stay faithful to the original storylines of Wonder Woman. And what I absolutely loved about this is that it wasn't okay. Who remembers the animated Wonder Woman with Nathan Fillion as Steve Trevor?
Oh god.
I only ever
not
saw
I.
a clip on YouTube.
No one remembers it?
No.
I only saw a clip on YouTube. I'm aware it
Grizzly
exists,
does.
but I haven't seen it.
Grizzly did.
I'm just like,
Well, I'll point out like the major problems it had. One of the biggest issues to me that movie had was they were trying as hard as they could to showcase Wonder Woman as a feminist icon, but how they ended up doing that was having Hippolyta go way too crazy with her man hate, and having Diana listen to her too much with it, and only changing her mind after Steve Wong. So up until that point, you get this very cringeworthy amount of Diana basically telling Steve off whenever he does something that she considers misogynistic, like holding open a door for her or having a female secretary. And I'm like, you're doing it wrong. This movie does it right. Diana points it out a couple times about how things aren't right. Women can be warriors, but she lets her actions speak for her.
Yeah.
I think it's
Agreed.
slightly spoilery, but actually not really, because I'm sure lots of people pointed it out, and I've seen gifs of it already on Tumblr. At one point, he introduces her to his secretary, and Diana asks, "What is a secretary?" And the secretary says, "Oh, well, I do as he says. I get him things." And she looks at her and she goes, "Where I come from, that is called slavery."
And then the next line is, well, pretty much considering the pay.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how you make the comment.
And speaking of that secretary, of that gift, for those of you who are Wonder Woman fans, guess who that is? That is Etta Candy. Etta Candy was a character in the original Wonder Woman comics who was a short, chubby, curly-haired redhead that was unabashedly unashamed of her love of sweets and would beat the crap out of men alongside Diana. Like, she was a very big girl. Now, in comics recently, they've changed her to a pixie cut, skinny, blonde-haired woman.
of course.
Belt. Very true.
Yeah, and
Although-
luckily they're trying to get back to it because I think Patty said no, we're bringing Etta back and Etta is going to be this. Now,
'Cause that's what she
unfortunately, Etta doesn't actually get any moments where she gets to beat the crap out of anyone in the movie, but she does display how clever she is, and that's what I love. We have the villains are fantastic. Madam Poison is great.
Dr. Poison, the first one.
Dr. Poison, yeah. Dr. Poison.
Isabel Marue.
And the German general who actually is based off someone who existed during World War I, General Ludendorff.
Very loosely. Erich Friedrich Wilhelm Ludendorff.
That's a heck of a mouthful.
I know, right?
No more reveals after this, but it does sound like a good movie.
Reveals, but I will just make comments about certain things. But like when I said that when it came to like the whole feminist idea that Wonder Woman was trying to portray, she let her actions speak for her. She didn't dress anyone down. She didn't make preachy speeches. Now this is not a spoiler because this was in a preview clip in a trailer for the movie. The actions she chose to basically say, I'm a warrior and I'm going to fucking do this, is she gets in her armor, pulls out her shield and sword, and walks out of the trenches into no man's land. And
in the middle of gunfire.
Yeah. And I'm like, yes, that is how you show Wonder Woman. She's like, fuck this, I've got this.
Fun fact that I read about, most of the cast for the Themyscira of Warriors, only a handful had actual acting history or were actresses in their own right, as well as, of course, being buff as hell. The rest were all really, they did this on purpose, were all athletes in various different athletic professions, and this was their first time on a movie set for a lot of them. But they all trained together.
I also heard that a couple of them were soldiers.
That's pretty badass.
Mm-hmm. A few of them, like Gal, the lead, were former soldiers, so they've served their countries, and they fought in real war, so they are true warriors in that sense. So yeah, they all trained in the fighting sequences together.
Another thing I really loved about the movie was the Themyscira itself. Themyscira, it surprised me because I was really happy to see that Gal was an Israeli, and I was like, perfect casting choice. But then you see the other actresses and athletes and all the other Amazons that are on Themyscira. I'm like, holy shit, this is perfect. They're all Mediterranean races. They're olive complexion. They're Greeks. They're Italians. They're Castilians. I see a Turkish woman, Middle Eastern. There's some black women from the north part of Africa there. This is great.
Exactly, and as we know, one Wonder Woman was in fact Nubian.
Yes.
And QD, you've been trying to say something for a bit?
Sorry.
Yeah, just an additional little fun fact about the whole few of the Amazons on Themyscira were actual actresses. General Antiope, Antiope, or however it's pronounced. I forget my Greek. Anyway,
Antiope sounds right.
Antiope, yeah, that's right.
Antiope, played by Robin Wright, who you may remember as Princess Buttercup.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Princess Buttercup.
And then I have one other thing to add.
The second princess to become a general in the past 5 years.
Rise up!
The other thing I have to add is that what some people probably don't know is that the entire time they were filming, or at least for a good part of it, Gal Gadot was pregnant.
Yes! Even more badass! But then again, Israeli soldier, so...
She did that shit while with child. That is going to be one...
That is going to be impressive. The girl got ripped first. By the way, if you ever find her pictures of her at the gym, holy shit. The girl got ripped, decided to have a kid, and then the entire time was while she was filming, was pregnant. I'm like, good lord, woman.
That child is going to be... Her child will be unstoppable.
So, other things I have to say, the story was fantastic. Characters are great. Again, love Steve Trevor. He's a great character. There's an amazing twist that you do not see coming. I didn't see it coming. I was just dumbfounded and slack-jawed when I saw this twist. The battle sequences are amazing. God, Gal knows how to use a sword and shield. And I think QD will agree with me on this. The music is insane.
Hats off to Rupert Gregson Williams.
I will have to add...
her theme blows the crap out of the water. I honestly think it's better than Captain's theme.
To be fair, it did get a premiere in Batman vs Superman.
It did, but it kind of like, so you're kind of ruined on it.
But it really comes into its own.
Yeah, it's much better in the.
I should appreciate them because I never saw Batman v Superman, so
you will probably love it.
I think you guys have convinced me. I was actually on board with a boycott of all DC films because the EU has just been so much shit.
Yeah,
but
the other ones are probably not worth watching.
I will make my exception here with Wonder Woman, just as my current boycott on all Marvel franchises and properties due to certain reasons. I will break only once for Black Panther.
But to be honest, I think the DC EU is going to improve quite a lot because Zack Snyder is no longer part of things.
Thank God.
And actually, this is what I heard. I heard that Justice League was actually supposed to have to be premiering in the next couple months, but after they booted Zack, they got Joss Whedon to come back and direct Justice League.
Yes.
And he and the studio have basically said, all right, guys, 6 to 8 weeks of reshoots. Now,
they're rebuilding it, huh?
Here's the thing that is amazing about that, is that movies have reshoots. After you finish everything, the studio will look through what they've got before post-editing, and they'll say,
we need
to fix this. Now,
and that's what they call in the film industry. Those are called pickups. Thank you, Papa.
So Josh in the studio watched through the majority of what was done for Justice League, and they're like, "Nope, fuck, we got to fix so much of this stuff. We have to fix so much of this."
So many of their what would be considered "quote unquote" pickups are now just complete and total reshoots.
Retakes, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty much fixing everything.
Here's a new script for your retakes.
This is kind of what happened with Superman 2, comparing the Donner cut with the Richard Lester cut.
This is related to the topic.
Oh.
What is it?
Yes.
That's terrible.
It's a picture of a girl holding a
That
guy
is
up against the
amazing.
wall.
Yep.
And it says your girl after watching Wonder Woman. Okay.
That's
It's
beautiful.
for the listeners who can't see this picture.
Posted in the IRC.
I think I like that the guy has his hands thrown up like,
Again,
oh!
Not all
Yeah.
listeners
No,
are
to
in the
be-
IRC.
To be honest, like, you know, when it came to the DC universe, I have crushes on a lot of the superheroines, but my top two were Hot Girl and Wonder Woman, and I'm like, okay, Wonder Woman is really challenging Hot Girl's place for number one with me, and I think she has. It's all thanks to this movie.
Well, congrats.
Gal helped a lot too. Anyway, but yeah, no, they're doing full-on reshoots, and that's why we won't get Justice League until November. We were supposed to get it next, August.
I'm glad. See, here's my thing. I don't like Superman versus Batman. It was terrible.
It was really bad.
That being said, Ben Affleck kind of got screwed with that movie. Because, quite frankly, there was one scene in there when he was really Batman. And that was the scene when he got to go and save Superman's mother. That was him being Batman. And in that moment, it was really damn good. Everything else was not that. If they could actually reapply him to something that actually wrote Batman properly and had him act properly, I do believe Ben Affleck can actually pull off a very good Bruce and a good Batman.
Well,
He
we're
was
supposed-
not given that chance.
We're
Yeah,
supposed to get a Batman.
similarly,
Shitty writing, not shitty acting.
Similarly, Henry Cavill as Superman, I thought when I watched a little bit of Man of Steel, there were times when he was a very good Clark. He makes a better Clark Kent than he does a Superman.
He's not dorky enough.
It's not so much. I mean, all right, not the dorky part of Clark Kent, but you know the kind of. I don't know. It's
Country hick.
Yeah, the country hick part of him, the Clark Kent who grew up on a farm. He plays a good farm boy. He doesn't have the nerdiness of Clark Kent in the city when he becomes a reporter, and he of course does not have that dignity and strength that comes with being Superman or Kal-El.
Yeah, half the time he looks just angry.
Yeah, when he's trying to be Superman, he looks just pissed off and kind of no, that's not Kal-El.
That's because they started him technically too young. Superman, as I understand, struggled for years to properly control his powers, both physically and mentally. After going through all of that, he'd be a very different man.
Yeah,
and this is before he's actually been through that.
Zod gets his helmet cracked and he can control his powers in like a couple of hours, you know.
Yeah, I call bullshit there.
Yeah, so that film didn't set him up properly. And even though the Batman films did set up Bruce and Batman in this particular universe properly, their replacement for Bruce, iffy. I agree with Tenkage though. If they had a writer who could write him properly, who looked back through the actual damn comics and go, "Oh, so that's Bruce Wayne. That's
hell, follow the damn cartoons."
Yeah,
Actually,
the
you know what, funny enough-
cartoon showcases it perfectly.
You know, funny enough, Ben Affleck is actually a huge Batman nerd.
Then why didn't he do better?
Because
He
was
tried.
by Zack Snyder.
That's why I say in that one scene is when he got to be really Batman. That's when he brought him to life and he was able to bring the rest of it.
So it's just
The rest of it?
proves that you need to let fans write shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing
Well,
is,
Deadpool
actually,
already made that point.
I think Ben Affleck's going to be directing one of the Batman movies.
He'll probably know what he's doing better than anyone else then. I mean, say what you will, I do believe Affleck knows what he's doing.
To
We just
bring
need
this
to give him that chance.
to
I
bring
actually
this
thought
to,
for a little while that the only reason they picked Affleck is because of his chin.
to bring this to a point. It's the same way with the Shyamalan Avatar
Shyamalan?
movie,
Oh God.
because he was apparently a huge fan of the show, but because the producers were like, nope, 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 we're going to do it this way and not that way. It turned out shit.
And then it turned into a giant bomb. What are you talking about? That thing doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And whereas, but when you have a fan of it who's given full, and in converse, when you have a fan of the material who's given full reins and told, go ahead and do what you want, you get stuff like The Force Awakens.
Deadpool.
And Deadpool.
Yes.
And Captain America, the First Avenger.
Yes.
And now Wonder Woman.
And now Wonder Woman. This is the product of when you let a true fan of a franchise or of a character or of a thing, really have the reins and do not try to hem them in with, oh, we want it this way or we want to focus on this because we are studio.
Although I will really honestly just say this right now. No amount of having Khal Drogo play a frat boy like Aquaman will ever make Aquaman cool.
Hey, I will admit they managed to pull him off as a badass in the cartoon series.
Yeah, kind
Only
of.
by
but
making
still,
him
like,
an amputee.
I can totally
Yes.
fish.
Well, they never brought that up. Honestly, if it ever came up, it was kind of like just, yeah, whatever.
Okay, guys,
Not
I
that
will say this. You guys are convincing me to go see it. So
It's gotta be good.
convinced.
I want to see it too, so.
I'll
When
have to talk with. I'm gonna have to concur with my parental figure to see for a day when the both of us are free and we can go and we have the cash to go see it.
Well, seriously, it makes up. Honestly, like it makes up for Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. It makes up for both of them. It makes up for Suicide Squad. It makes up for all of the horrible shit that DCEU's done.
Suicide Squad doesn't exist.
yeah, I saw Suicide Squad and I just
Suicide Squad.
No. God
All right,
damn it, no.
I've seen Suicide Squad, and I'm half on, half off with that personally because while I love the characterization of Harley. Harley is a good character in that. I like Deadshot. He's a great character.
I
and of
only
course,
like
for what
Deadshot in that movie.
And for what little bit he was there, I adored Killer Croc. And yes, of course, Diablo was great too.
I hated what they did with Enchantress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my
Enchantress. The characters I really hated though were Enchantress and the Joker.
Have you
The
guys
plot
heard
of that
the
was
theory
not
that
Joker.
That was
Have you
not
guys
the
heard the
Joker.
theory that that's actually Tim Drake gone insane?
Yes.
I wouldn't-
That's a
I would
stupid
believe-
theory.
It's not that stupid, given some other places where it's happened and the comic book lore. But
Hell, it would
It's-
make it more interesting.
it would that would be the only thing that would make me forgive Jared Leto's Joker is if it were indeed Tim Drake after he'd been brainwashed and tortured by the deceased Heath Ledger Joker.
Yeah, because that's about the only way I could see that Joker or a Joker being compassionate enough to actually go in and save Harley. Because the reality is, Joker is an irredeemable monster.
And the
So
only
he
reason
cared to go and save her, he'd wait and see what happened and laugh as she pulled herself out because he's happy she's that insane.
Exactly, and that's pretty much what happened when in the animated series when Harley fell in love with him there. He didn't do anything to help her. He didn't do anything to save her. When he got his ass kicked by Batman to the point where he was bloody and bruised, she went batshit crazy, grabbed herself a costume, stole a costume actually, and then broke him out of prison. She just let her crazy go forward. There was no dramatic, will you die for me? Oh, what the hell? Sort of thing.
He was slowly manipulating her psyche to that point as well. He was the one essentially turning it all on her.
So yeah, he wasn't like this semi-broken White Knight character that she sees in her flashbacks, or that he acts like in the film when he's not being, drug cartel / crazy dude. Slash drunk frat boy. He's really just he is
irredeemably insane. Just irredeemably.
Yeah, and so having I think if he were Tim Drake turned into a Joker, that would make me forgive that characterization in that film.
It's completely canon in the comics. Every single one of the Bat family, besides Batman himself, has become an incarnation of the Joker. Even Batgirl, for a little while, ended up being.
That's kind of a rite of passage.
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of evidence to it. So I would believe that theory, but I will not completely forgive that characterization until that is confirmed.
Yeah.
I think the only character that wasn't fully the Joker was Jason Todd, and he was the Red Hood.
Still an illusion.
Yeah, but that's still technically a form that the Joker has taken in the past.
But getting back to a lot of the things, yeah, Suicide Squad was hit and miss for me, but if Wonder Woman is truly as good as you guys are saying, I will give it a shot. I will see what I can do.
Oh god, it's so good.
I want to watch it, but I'd really like to be able to actually talk with someone after I watch it, because that's why I don't like going to movies by myself. I like being able to talk to people about it. So if we want to try and plan a day when we all get to see it and then come back and talk, I'd actually be more than happy to go out and see it by myself.
Again, I'd have to confer with the one who holds the money and the time and look at our current schedules for work, but sure, I'd go for it. Okay, so,
let's do a music break, guys.
Yeah, let me think like for a while.
Yeah. Alright, so you're listening to Treetime on Celestial Radio. All pony all the time, except when it's Wonder Woman!
I was gonna say kick-ass woman.
All the world was waiting for that movie.
Pretty much.
And we're back, and I'm starting to lose my
sanity.
My sanity and everything here.
I didn't know you had it.
I thought we took that from you.
You were born.
I'm pretty sure none of us have it, because otherwise we wouldn't be on this show.
Yeah, we wouldn't be working
true.
for you. Well.
All
We
right.
don't get paid.
So, hopefully that'll change soon. With the Teespring thing. Anyway, with that, Shirley and 10K wanted to talk about things.
Actual pony stuff. Holy crap.
Actual pony stuff.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so, real
Shirley,
quick.
you go first because it segues from the Wonder Woman thing.
Right, real quick. For those of you who like got enamored by Wonder Woman, the movie, or have seen it, or just fans and love pony stuff, I've already reviewed this fic, so I'm just going to put it up here as kind of like another, you should read this if you haven't, because it's really good, called Princess of Themyscira. Now, this is a very alternate universe Equestria. This really isn't spoilers for it, but it's so alternate universe, so let's just put it this way. Celestia, Luna, Cadence are kind of like gods. They're on the same level as like Athena and Ares and all of them.
Yes, she's an Earth pony. Oh, sorry.
Yes, and this is, her name is Diana. She is the daughter of Hippolyta, Princess of Themyscira, blah blah blah, and it basically is the Wonder Woman story, but told in Equestria. Themyscira is a place in Equestria. The only ponies who know about it are Cadence. Outside of Themyscira are Cadence, Luna, and Celestia. And taking the place of Captain Steve Trevor is Lieutenant Commander Soren of the Wonderbolts.
God.
So, and this takes place in this alternate universe of a larger DC themed stuff, and it's things like Mare of Steel, in Brightest Day and Blackest Night, Dark Knight over Trottingham. Some of them he has not finished, and probably never will, but at least the Wonder Woman fic is finished, and it's good. It is really good. And yes, Diana is an Earth pony in this. So that's my recommendation. Go read it.
All right. As for mine, this is actually one we've also brought up on the show before as well. People might remember when I brought up the particular fiction, The Enchanted Library. For those of you who don't remember, this is an alternate universe of Equestria, where the four princesses are basically legend. That a long time ago they went up against Discord, and one by one he trapped them somewhere and have been missing for 1,000 years. And in modern day, Rarity stumbles across Twilight's library and finds a Princess Twilight Sparkle cursed in the form of basically a ghost.
And I thought Cadence was still alive.
Hang on. Cadence's descendants are what's alive. Cadence was the only princess who was left alone. So she and her descendants kept ruling Equestria after the four princesses were lost.
Wow.
Now, these days, this is a rare light ship for those of you who need to know what the romance connection is. But, so, yeah, Rarity comes across a ghostly Twilight in her library, and learning that the legend is in fact real, Rarity sets out to free the princesses. Now, recently, book 1 of this fiction has completed. This entire fiction, it's big. It's really, really big. But it is amazingly well written and very well fleshed out.
How big are we talking?
40 chapters.
And that's book 1.
She hasn't even started book 2 yet. But you can read book 1 on its own and still be perfectly good. The reason I bring it up is because in the finish, in the last few chapters that have been posted and the completion of book 1, there have been some twists that I was completely blindsided by. It was so well done, and they completely caught me by surprise. Totally gave me a run for my money on one of the things I was suspecting. And it's just very, very well done. You will not be disappointed if you read this, guys. So go ahead, give it a read. Hopefully, if the author gets enough support, they'll continue into book 2 well enough, and we'll be able to actually keep going on this. Considering they've gone as long as they have, just to give you an idea, this book started being posted February 2015.
So 2 years later.
Has finished in June of this year, yeah. So they've stayed consistent through their updates, so give the author your love and support, and let's keep this story going. If not, at least enjoy book 1. You will not be disappointed.
Sweet. It sounds pretty exciting and well built, I'll have to say.
Yeah, the characters are extremely well fleshed out, and they're kept fairly well in character. I will say Twilight's a lot more innocent than she usually is, but I feel like she is Twilight as she was at the beginning of the My Little Pony series, but if she'd been forced to turn into a princess at that point.
Right. That's pretty interesting.
So, yeah, it's very well done. In fact, I'm kind of in the mood to restart reading it.
I want to restart one of my fics as well. That I've been reading.
Anyway, so we have about 5 minutes remaining.
So, everyone say your goodbyes.
Treetime tonight? Is there any 8-bit tonight, Squirrel?
No.
Where? There you go.
Nope.
Oh, that was easy.
Well, I guess we shall see y'all tomorrow. Most of us, anyway.
Everybody say your goodbyes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Read the Enchanted Library.
Tomorrow is supposed to be the celestial problem, right?
Yep.
Of course, on the day I'm not here.
Which, of course, I'm sure half of the people out there have actually seen it already.
Yes.
Thanks, Canada!
Blame Canada! Blame Canada! Oh.
No.
I'm still of the mind of now you guys know what it's like to be Australian, bitches.
Yeah.
That's
She has a
because I've already
point.
seen it. Okay.
Alrighty, with that, everybody, we will see you all tomorrow.
Does Squirrel want a final say?
Yeah,
Rare?
fun say.
No, Squirrel, do you want to do the final say?
Oh, do I? Oh, me. Oh, God. Wow, way to put me on the spot. For everyone here, Treetime, this is Squirrel saying, be safe, be educated, be free. Totally ripping off Lauren. See you all tomorrow.
And if you don't go see Wonder Woman in theaters, you're a fucking sexist.
Whoa.
Fucking hell.
I
What
said
the
according to
hell?
Tumblr.
Yeah, we did
gives
not
a
hear
damn
that
what
part.
Tumblr says?
We did not hear that part.
Well, that's because Squirrel wouldn't stop going whoa.
Oh, you said it afterwards. I thought you said it before, and your microphone just conveniently cut off.
Okay, bye, guys.
Hi guys.